Hi everyone, my name is Christy and welcome to day 309 of trying a new makeup product every day. Today I'm going to be playing with this LA Colors Eyeshadow Smoky Palette that I got from the Dollar Tree recently. This might look a little familiar because I already tried out the rose version of this palette on my channel and it was actually a really good palette. I was so impressed with it for only $1. So hopefully I'll have good luck with this one today because this one is also only $1 and it was part of that same display at my Dollar Tree, so they seem to have gotten in some new palettes from LA Colors. And I did already go ahead and swatch them on my arm. So I will link the swatches here so that you can get a better view. But once again, I am so happy with these swatches. I think they swatched very beautifully and I love the shade range. There's 12 different shades in here and you get such a variety of colors. They're all so pretty. You get a lot of shimmers but a couple matte shades as well. And I'm so excited to play around with this. I'm going to go ahead and start out by priming my eyelids using the Urban Decay Primer Potion, which is my go-to eyeshadow primer. And this way I'm giving the dollar store eyeshadows a fair chance at looking their best. If you want to see my review on the primer potion, I will link that video down below. But you can definitely just go ahead and prime your eyelids using a concealer. I have a lot of creases in my eyelids, so I find that this primer works so well for me, and it also helps prevent staining to my eyelids, so I try and use it every time I apply eyeshadow. So even though it does have this little picture on the back of how to apply the eyeshadow with a base shade, a crease shade, highlight shade, and liner shade, this time I'm going to try something a little different because I want to incorporate some more of the shades here. I'm going to go in with this matte brown shade here. I'm glad that this palette actually has a matte medium tone shade that I can use for that crease transition shade. I feel like a lot of my palettes don't actually have that, so I kind of like make do. But so far I am liking this shade in the crease. It's blending out easily, applying with nice pigment. And then I feel like when you look at this palette, the most noticeable shade is this blue here. It's kind of like a royal blue shade. I'm going to take that and put it into the outer V of this eye look. I don't typically use these actual applicators that come with it, but I wanted to just like try it out for fun and see how it would do. And it's doing like a good job of placing the shadow in the exact place that I want it, but you really cannot get any blending done with this. So I'm just going to apply it in the area of the eyelid that I want, but go in with a brush to blend it in. But wow, this color is applying with such gorgeous pigment. Yeah, I'm really impressed by this blue shade. I'm glad that it actually applies with really pretty pigment because in the pan it looks like such a gorgeous blue, and that really is how it applies. And then for the center of the eyelid, I'm going to go in with this green shimmer shade and I'm going to apply it with my finger. Oh wow, this applies so nicely with my finger. Wow, that's like full pigment. Woo. Finally, a dollar store eyeshadow that applies with good pigment. I knew that LA Colors would be able to do it eventually. Unfortunately, I feel like I've really lost that beautiful blue shade though. And when I blend in the blue shade, it definitely loses its vibrancy. So this applicator is coming in handy. And then for the inner corners, to brighten this up a bit, I'm going to go in with a silver shade, this last shade right here. And wow, this one is also applying so beautifully. Really pretty shimmer and sparkle to this one, as well as really great pigment. I love this silver shade. Okay, so this is the Smoky palette, and I am definitely getting a smoky eye look, and I am liking it. And now to smoke out that lower lash line, I'm gonna go in with this darker, it's kind of like a dark green shade actually. Kind of looks like a dark brown or a black in the palette, but once I swatched it, it's like a pretty dark green. It's been a while since I've done a smoky, darker eye look, but ooh, this is fun. And you know what? I actually really like that applicator for the lower lash line. And then to finish this off, we actually get this really pretty pinky peach shimmer shade. So I'm gonna apply that to the brow bone and the inner corners. Wow, I love this shade as that like highlight shade. Okay, wow, there we have it. This is the smoky look I was able to achieve today. I feel like I incorporated a lot of colors into this too. Lots of earthy tones in this. I really like that. So what I think is really fun about this is, well, of course, it's a really great formula. It applies really nicely, but I can honestly say that I am not great at eyeshadow looks. I'm definitely still practicing, still learning, and these are great palettes for me to learn with because I get such a range of colors. I can try out different looks, different techniques, and they actually perform well so that I'll actually be able to see them, see the color combinations, all of that. So if you're like me and you're trying to get better at applying eyeshadows, I think that these palettes here are great palettes to work with. And of course, they're only $1, so you don't have to worry about spending a lot of money and not getting great use out of a palette. Because for $1, I'm gonna be able to play around with this, figure out what I like, even like waste some of the colors as I'm just playing with them, taking it off. I don't have to worry about like savoring my expensive eyeshadow palettes. So these are just perfect practice palettes. So I hope you enjoyed this video today. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel so you can see the makeup that I try every day. And I will see you tomorrow in my next video.